Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sam. I am a freelance filmmaker and photographer based in Malaysia. And if you've been following me for a while, my content has kind of like changed. Even if you look back now at a lot of stuff that I've done before, back then when I started out, it was more of like documentaries, interviews, things like that. And then slowly it kind of like moved into more abstract content, and then now it's starting to become more gear review, more camera related, more photography centric. And I think the idea that I've always wanted to bring with this channel was always to provide some ideas, to provide help, and to give whatever I can back to whatever community that's looking for. And right now, as I've just graduated from uni, I'm a full-time freelance, and it has not been the easiest thing to do. There are a lot of questions that I have, there are a lot of things that I don't understand, and I'm always learning something new every day. And the biggest challenge that I've always been facing was that there has been no information that's really relevant to freelancers here in Malaysia. There's a lot of content, a lot of ideas, information for if you're overseas and things like that, but not so much for the Malaysian context. And while there are a lot of ideas that can overarch wherever you are in the world, I think there are certain nuances in specific markets that we all need to keep in mind, especially when we're freelancing. So I think moving forward, I do want to try and provide a platform for us as freelancers to learn in how we grow our business, because I think freelancing is something that has become much more of a viable source of income for a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people are becoming. But at the same time, if nobody shares information, we are literally ruining the market for everyone. And I think this is where we can kind of like start something like that. And so I think I'm not so sure how I want to do this. I think maybe it's tips and tricks, ideas for freelancers that we can learn. And if you can share with us your ideas and whatever you've learned as a freelancer in the comments and the email in my email, that'd be great, because I think this is how we grow as a community. So I think to kickstart this, I do get a lot of questions about any kinds of tips on how to become a freelancer, or any tips doing freelance photography and video. And today I just want to share with you 3 tips that I think are that I have learned so far that helped me to gain some of the clients and the kind of work that I have. I think the first lesson that I've learned taking freelancing seriously is that you need to be able to do everything. You don't have to be the best at everything, but I think you need to be able to shoot everything that comes your way. Now, this might offend some pro photographers, but I think the landscape has changed, especially with the advent of social media and things like that. You need to be multidisciplinary. You cannot be just one kind of photographer. And for example, what I mean is that you need to know how to take food pictures, you need to know how to take event pictures, you need to know how to do weddings, you need to learn how to do social media products and things like that. You need to be able to shoot just about everything, because as a freelancer, you don't have the luxury of choosing jobs. Probably when you're a bit more successful, you can. I do come across situations where I do have to reject certain jobs, but that's because I do have a pretty decent, solid client base that I always serve. But at the same time also, I don't get jobs every single day of the week. And sometimes, not being able to get money or work is the scariest thing working as a freelancer. And I'm going to be honest, there are times when I also doubt myself whether this is going to work. And that's where just being able to know how to shoot different kinds of things really helps. I give an example, like I don't do much wedding photos, and I feel like I'm not very good. But people have come and approached me and say, hey, I'm looking to do a pre-wedding shoot. Can you do it? And the first thing is like, okay, I don't think I can do it, but you're wasting on an opportunity. And I think it's just, you better learn. You don't have to charge a lot maybe, but you need to be able to offer as much options as you can as a freelancer while you're starting out, because that's how you get the contacts, that's how you get the money, that's how you get the work. Speaking of which, the next thing that I've learned about that is, it's very important for you to be able to offer both photo and video. I have met a lot of photographers who only offer photos, and they find that they don't have as much work as I do. Because for me, I'm able to offer both photos and videos. So if, let's say, one week I don't have many photo jobs, I can always supplement it with video jobs. Being able to offer both is probably one of the biggest value propositions that you should have as a freelance. And the reason for this is because with social media, with content being constantly, with people trying to constantly make content, you need to be able to offer different kinds of services to make sure that people come to you or people hire you. And just being able to offer both will give you a much better advantage of finding work and obviously making much better income to survive than if you were just to offer one. And I think the final tip, something that's completely underrated, is communication. I think learning how to talk, learning how to negotiate, learning how to provide ideas, learning just how to communicate and talk with people is the most important thing that you need to do as a freelancer. You need to learn that and you need to master it first before you master photography and video. The reason for this is because a lot of the work that we get is usually through referrals. What people look first, not just on the content or quality you produce, is your work ethic. How you work with people, how you talk with people, how you act on set, how you act in an event. It's all these small things that build up. I think what you want people to remember you is they had a good time working with you, and it was easy to work with you, and that's why they will come back. And that for me has been the biggest lesson that I've learned so far, is because a lot of the things that a lot of people that I constantly or continually work with, the one thing that they do tell me is not necessarily that my work is like, oh my god, whoa, it's incredible. But a lot of people tend to compliment my work ethic more than my actual content, which, to be fair, I'm very happy with it, because people are more willing to refer people that they like versus people that they don't like. And just trying to learn how to communicate and talk confidently is an underrated skill that not a lot of people teach you. I think a lot of people teach us how to shoot and things like that, but a lot of people don't teach us how to be people and how to interact with people as a freelancer. These are kind of like the 3 lessons that I've kind of like taken away so far as almost a year freelancing. There are a lot more that I'm learning, and every day I'm learning something new. I'm actually in the midst of setting up a business, just registering a business, and that itself is also pretty confusing. A lot of people I ask also are not so sure with certain things, and I hope to be able to continually share my ideas. I want to be able to share some of the difficulties that I come across, and share and hopefully I'm able to help and encourage you guys to even share your thoughts and help this community grow, because I think the most important thing is ultimately we're all kind of cut from the same piece of cloth. We all work in the same industry, and we need to be able to support each other, because as we support each other, we're also supporting ourselves. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm not really sure how this is going to be in the coming videos, but I hope to be able to encourage and inspire a lot of people, and hopefully I'm able to help certain people that are looking to freelance just to build their business and hopefully learn a lot more along the way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.